Hi girls, I've recently come across two great ideas and a fantastic exercise that will definitely help improve your skills on the field as well as the performance of the team overall. Now, I know that a lot of you don't like reading, so that's why I'm doing this as a video. I'm going to try and make it as short and sharp as possible, but I do need to give a little bit of background on things. Firstly, I'm not going to go too deep into the name of these ideas. If you do want to know more about them, please just let me know and send me a message or something. Secondly, the reason behind doing this is because I've noticed that a lot of the time at training, there are girls who turn up who can't, for whatever reason, perform. So you've got your injured players, you've got your sick players and stuff like this. But what's fantastic is that these girls still turn up, all right? You still turn up, which means that you want to improve. It means you want to be there, you want to be helping the club and helping yourself. But maybe you don't know how. And that's why this exercise is going to be very important to you, all right? Because improvements in football, because of the vast array of skills and knowledge involved in Australian rules football, means that there's always a way to improve. Even if you can't move, even if you were stuck in hospital with your entire body in a cast, you could actually still improve as a footballer. And this is going to give you the skills or the mindset, the knowledge to do that, okay? So what you're going to need to do for this exercise is you're going to need to grab a piece of paper, a very large piece of paper, because I want you, once you've done this, I want you to stick it up somewhere and I want it to be really in your face, you know? Once you've got that big, large piece of paper, get yourself a pen, hopefully a marker pen, something like that's going to be big enough to write on this big piece of paper. And you're going to sit down and you're going to write your name across the top. That's the first and foremost thing, because you're important and because these are your skills and this is your exercise. So you need to make sure that you take ownership of it. The next thing you've got to do is put 4 columns going across, all right? The 4 columns you're then going to name. And so the first column you're going to name footy skills. The second one, rating. The third one, issues. We'll just call it issues. And the fourth one is how, right? Once you've done this, what I want you to do is down the footy skills column, write as many footy skills as you can think of. If you need to Google it, then Google it. But off the top of your head and related to your position or just to the game in general, write as many different skills that come to mind. Give each one its own line, okay? So if you write, say, hand passing, tackling, marking, kicking the ball, or set shots, you know, you can do extra things. You could add like marking and then do not just chest marks, you could have chest marks, overhead marks, all of these things, right? Once you've done this, you've written all those down one line, then you're going to go across and you're going to look at the rating, all right? Now the rating is your own personal estimation of where you are in relation to these skills. And you're going to rate yourself from 1 to 10. Now 1 being, or 0 to 10. So 0 being like absolute rubbish. You've got either no skill or no knowledge of that skill, to 10 being the best that you can absolutely be. Then once you've rated yourself, and I really want you to take time, be honest. You don't have to show anybody else this sheet if you don't want to, but there is a but on that, and I'll come to that later. Then you're going to look at the issues, right? Now the issues are going to be directly related to your rating and to the skill, okay? And they're going to be things like sickness or, you know, injury, anything like that that may cause an issue with your improvement of that skill. Then the last column is going to be the how, all right? You can leave this column completely blank because we're going to get that at the end and it may be constantly changing. So the how, you can just put a question mark, but it's something that you should always be thinking about. So once you've done your list, and I'm just going to grab a list here that I've done for myself to show you. So just hang 5. Okay, so here's my list. So there we go. Andrew's my name across the top there. Obviously my handwriting is terrible. I probably should write it on the list, but it's not a footy skill. Footy skills I've got here: hand passing, kicks, tackles, communication, marks, athleticism, spelled wrong, and reading the play. Okay? Then I've gone and rated myself, and I've been extremely generous with my ratings, alright? Because this is just an exercise. Rating myself here, I've said my hand passing is at a 7. I don't know if you can see that there. My hand passing 7, kicks at 6, tackles at 0, communication is 8, marks are 5, athleticism are 9, and reading the play is 4. Okay? So, are there any issues to my improvement in this? Now this is where there's a bit more thought involved. Now that you've got yourself a footy skills and a rating, you need to know which one that you need to improve on first, or which one you think you need to improve on first. The easiest way to do that is to look at the lower number. If the number is lower, your rating is lower, then your margin for improvement is greater, right? So if I've got 0 skills at tackling, then I can definitely improve. 100% I can improve. Even if I can just tackle one person a game, I've already improved massively on 0, okay? Now, when you look at issues, there can be a number of factors, and that can be injuries, or it can be relation to your position or the game that you're playing, okay? So my only issue here on this list, so normally I would start with 0. If I was looking at my improvement, I would say, well, tackling is what I need to improve on most. But my issue is that I'll probably be playing AFL 9s, all right? Not really an issue, still a valid game, still kicking the footy, but I'm a soft guy. I don't want to tackle people, I don't want to get tackled. So I'm going to be playing a game without tackling in it. So my 0 skills on tackling then becomes a non-issue, right? So now I have to look at, well, I'm still playing AFL 9s, what else is going to be valuable, right? Going down the list, I then look at the next lowest numbers. So reading the play is 4, marks is 5, so they're very close to each other. I need to improve both of those things, right? My hand passing, my athleticism I've got at 9, so I don't need to improve it, I just need to maintain it. So that one, I can just keep doing what I'm doing. Hand passing, at the moment, it's far above all the rest of them, so I just leave it. Keep doing whatever I'm doing. Now, I've only got the one issue, so then I look at reading the play and marks, 4 and 5. Need to improve those, especially for 9s when there's no tackling, right? Then I go to the how column. How do I improve those things? Now, this is why I've left this blank, because it will vary. Now, and this is where it gets great for those of you who are injuries. So if you had an injury here, so your issues, you need to say your kicks were 0 and you needed to improve your kicks, and you went to your issues and you said, oh, but I've got a leg injury, I've got a broken leg, I can't improve my kicks. It's out of your hands. So look at the next item, right? Now, reading the play. This is why this is great to write down, because like I said, there's so many variable things to football. So reading the play, I can improve all the time, all right? And I can improve that without being anywhere near a football. I don't need to be near a field. I don't have anybody else with me. I can watch games. There's plenty of football games on YouTube. I can go along and watch the women's games. I can go along and watch the juniors games. Basically, familiarity with the game will help you learn to read the play. You'll watch it more and more, even if you're on the field and you're being negated. So say you're in the forward line and the other team is constantly attacking, you're not anywhere near the ball. You're sort of off the ball and you might think, wow, I'm not doing anything here, this is boring or whatever, but it's actually just another opportunity for you to improve. So you can learn to read the play there. So you can watch. You're in the forward line, the ball's not coming to you. Pay attention. Every team has their tells. Every team has their set plays and also the way they like to go. So you'll notice that, they always go to this person. They always kick to that person. Or that person, when they get the ball, that person always launches it. All right? That person always hand passes. So you're learning to read the play and you're learning to read the players. So you can improve that. You can improve that by watching football, by watching local football, by even being on the field but not involved in the play. Marks, then you need a footy, right? But you need a footy. If you don't have a partner, you can bounce it against the wall. You can do whatever you have to do. Throw the ball up in the air, catch it in the air, catch it yourself. They will all help you improve. It's all just incremental improvements. So you leave the how column blank, right? But make sure you always think about it. So you've got this is a very simple exercise. You've got your footy skills, you've got your rating, you've got your issues, and you've got your how. By using this format, you will improve every time you practice. Every day you can improve. Now, if you don't know how to improve, then ask the support staff, right? Ask the coaches or the team leaders, or if you wanted to improve your kicks and you notice that one of your teammates has got perfect kicks, you can approach them and just say, hey, can you give me a bit of help with my kick, right? But what I don't want is people, and this is where the caveat earlier was, don't be lazy. If you want to ask somebody for their help, then you must show that you're serious about it. And why I'm saying this is because I don't want you to just wake up in the morning and think, oh, my kicks are no good, I should ask this person about my kicks. You haven't done it properly, you haven't looked at the list, you haven't written up the list, right? You write up this list, you do this exercise, and you go to that person and you have already earned their information or the learning that you'll get from them. You've already done something to earn it. You're not going there just asking for something, all right? You're not being lazy about it. So earn it. Go do the list, work it out, say these are the things I need to improve, but how do they improve it? If you don't know, if you honestly can't think of one, so athleticism is probably the easiest one because everyone knows how to improve your athleticism. Or at the bare minimum, put 100% in when you're at training. When Jackie takes the class, put 100% in. You will improve, right? But if it's other things that aren't as straightforward like tackling and you don't know how to improve and it's frustrating for you, then ask. But when you go and ask these coaching staff, say, hey, I've done the list and these are the things and I need to improve my tackling, maybe show them. Even if you just show them a screenshot, like, oh, take a picture of your list and show them that, so that then they know that you are serious, that you have done the work and that you want to fix these things. And also, it'll help you because you'll write it on your list. You'll go, hey, I spoke to Josh about kicking and Josh gave me these tips, and then you write it in. Even if you just write it in pencil, write it on your list. When you get up in the morning and you look at that list and you think, oh yeah, Josh told me that, right? That's how I'll get better at kicking. And you keep practicing what you've written in the how column. Every tiny little bit counts and you will improve. Right? Your team will improve as a result of your improvement. You may be then in a position to help other people with their improvement, but the whole thing is about you now, right? This list is for you. You're going to improve, right? And you're going to do it every day, some kind of improvement, whether it's on the field or off the field. And this is what's going to make the Giants the #1 team in the Premier Division. Thank you. If you like this video, let me know and I'll try and do more kind of video things if you find that easier. Otherwise, I won't do any more. Thank you. Bye.